For the crews at Fire Station 14, life between emergency calls resembles that of a home. Cooking, cleaning, and taking care of equipment is an important part of each and every day. This day will feature a visit from Tampa Fire Chief Tom Ford. For the fire chief, who is responsible for 22 fire stations that are staffed by 3 different shifts, for him to visit with most of the 590 firefighters and paramedics on the department, he has to make about 66 of these types of house calls. We asked Chief Ford to explain to us what message he was taking to the fire stations.
We have a very sound and a very fit organization. And our number one and our greatest asset here at Tampa Fire Rescue is the individual members of this organization. One of my main focuses also, though, is to ensure that we maintain our skill sets, we maintain that cutting-edge practices that we are providing to our community at this time. Y'all can tell, it's not
we asked a couple of the firefighters who just sat with Chief Ford their impression of his visit.
He was very enthusiastic about his position as fire chief. He's very proud of this department and the way he's risen through the ranks, and he's very proud of all of us. He came out and just told us that he has a tremendous amount of respect for us and what we do every day when we come on the job, and he's been there and he knows what it takes to be a firefighter on the street, and he promised that he's in his new position, he's going to work as hard as possible to provide us with the best training, the best equipment, and everything we need to do our job and give the best services to the citizens of Tampa.
Well, it was real refreshing to have Fire Chief Ford here to let us know about the direction that Tampa Fire is going to be going in. We had a great leader in Dennis Jones and a great administration, and we're so fortunate to have been put on a great path in a great direction that we have been put on, and it's good to hear that Chief Ford is continuing with that path and keeping us such an aggressive fire department that we've become. And it's good that Chief Ford's putting us, the members, first and foremost is safety with the new air packs that are coming in the future, the ladder trucks that's coming in to replace some of the older existing equipment that we have. Just overall, to put it real briefly, very refreshing to hear all these good points. New fire stations coming in, and we're going to continue to build those and not put those on the back burner due to the economy, and continue with the remodeling of the existing fire stations that we have now.
Services, but those are on specific areas.
After he spent some time with the crews here at Fire Station 14, we asked Chief Ford, as the department head, what he gained from these visits.
I tell you what, it's really, really encouraging when I get out and get the opportunity to get out and to meet all of the firefighters at the individual stations. Not only to share with them my vision of the organization and where I see us and where I see us going, but also to get their input as well on what they expect of me as their fire chief.
Chief Tom Ford is taking his message to every fire station so that he can get face-to-face with the men and women who serve you directly. For Spotlight Tampa, I'm Captain Bill Wade.